Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, just like Red Eagle Politics, we're going to go ahead and kind of follow him with doing the Trump versus Biden versus Kennedy prediction and see how that will go. I'm hoping to cover the Mississippi down ballot races today, but we're going to go ahead and do this first because I'm kind of interested in see how thanks to polls according to polls, how the alignment would look like if RFK Jr. was involved. So, without further moment ado, election night will begin now. All right. This is election night 2024. We can now confirm, according to it's being 6 p.m., that most of Kentucky and Indiana have closed their polls. We're going to go ahead and call Indiana for Donald Trump, winning 11 electoral votes. The state of Vermont, now being 7 o'clock, the state of Vermont. So, yeah, Vermont. I was just reading something. Would go for Joe Biden. The state of Virginia is, let's see, too close to call. Yeah. I'm checking the polls real quick, but otherwise, we are thinking most likely Virginia will probably end up in Joe Biden's hands in the end of the night. But yes, as of right now, it is indeed too close to call. South Carolina, we can confirm, will probably go to Donald Trump. We're going to go ahead and call that race for Donald Trump. We can now successfully call Kentucky going in Donald Trump's hands. Virginia is too close to call. Georgia has closed their polls. We're going to go ahead and call their race. But let's see. Confirming if we should call that. Yes, we can call the state of Georgia at this time. The state of Georgia going for Donald Trump. Let's take a look at the state of Florida. The state of Florida now going for shall go for Donald Trump. 74 electoral votes in the table. It's now 7:30 p.m. We can now confirm that the state of West Virginia will be going for Donald Trump tonight. Donald Trump leading with 78 electoral votes. The state of North Carolina has closed their polls. However, according to sources right now, it is too close to call. We're going to go ahead and call Ohio, though. Ohio is going decisively for Donald Trump. According to our sources, Donald Trump wins the state of Ohio. Ohio, 17 electoral votes. North Carolina, once again, too close to call. We can double check those polling results. But most likely, the results are going to be too close. Yes, it's too close to call. We're going to wait on the state of Ohio. 7:30 has passed. It's now 8 p.m. We are going to take a look at these states in North East and the New England states, they are saying this is probably Joe Biden's best area in winning and carrying electoral votes. We can confirm that the state of Massachusetts and the state of Connecticut will go for Donald Trump in the end of the night. The state of Maryland and Delaware. The District of Columbia will go for Joe Biden. So now, we're having called these races. We also have this Donald Trump performing very well in Alabama and Tennessee. We can call Alabama and Tennessee. Donald Trump projected at 115 electoral votes. The state of Illinois, too close to call. Missouri, 125. Missouri, 125 electoral votes. Now Donald Trump being projected up to 125 electoral votes. Oklahoma, 7 electoral votes, along with the state of Kansas. Texas, too close to call. We have North and South Dakota. They are too close to call as of right now. We can call the state of Mississippi. And on the end of the night, we'll be giving Rhode Island and New Jersey for Joe Biden. So those are states will be going for the president. Illinois has officially called the race for Joe Biden. 19 electoral votes. Texas once again too close to call at this time. As we begin to approach to 8:30, we're going to call the race for the Arkansas race for Donald Trump. North and South Dakota are almost closing their polls entirely. It is enough to project that Donald Trump has won both North and South Dakota. It's now 9 p.m. We have not yet been given a winner. However, Donald Trump favored at 156 electoral votes. All right, at the 9 o'clock hour, we will be calling the states of Nebraska. We are not so sure about the 2nd district, but we'll wait on that. We will call the state of Wyoming. Colorado will go for Joe Biden. Arizona, too close to call. The state of New York will be projected for Joe Biden. 112 electoral votes. Louisiana will go for the Trump camp with 8 electoral votes. We are now calling the state of New Mexico for Joe Biden. New Mexico goes for Joe Biden. 5 electoral votes. We can call the state of Virginia now for Joe Biden. He has won the state of Virginia, a win, and in this case, facing off Kennedy, you would think this would make the race more close. But in this case, Joe Biden wins the state of Virginia. Biden will win the state of Maine, according to most polls. I want to check sources before we call that for him. But let's go ahead and yes, we're going to go ahead and call Maine. Maine's second district, however, is going for Donald Trump. The first district for Joe Biden, of course, and Maine at large will go for Joe Biden. The state of Iowa, 6 electoral votes. Minnesota is considering to close their polls. That is most likely going to be a Biden win. And we can say right now that Joe Biden has won the state of Minnesota. Biden is getting closer to Trump as we head on to 10 p.m. We have closing times in Nevada, Utah, Idaho, and Montana. Can confirm that Montana and Utah have been successfully carried by Donald Trump. 188 electoral votes. Idaho hasn't closed entirely. Northern Idaho has votes up there that will be called at 11 p.m. We can call North Dakota for Donald Trump. 204 electoral votes. New Hampshire most likely will be going for Joe Biden. We can call that tonight. Checking the source here. Yes. Joe Biden wins New Hampshire. Donald Trump considerably is going to be given the state of Texas. That will overall boost his lead to almost 260 electoral votes. So we're going to go ahead and kind of take a look at that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it for Donald Trump. 244 electoral votes for the president of the former president of the United States. It's around 11 p.m. We can call Idaho for Donald Trump. Donald Trump wins the state of Idaho. It's around now. Donald Trump has almost carried every state that he has carried in 2016. He just has to win Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. But we can now confirm Nevada too close to call. 11 o'clock. Washington. Well, let's just call California first. 201 electoral votes for President Joe Biden. Washington. That is most likely going to go for Biden's favor. We can call that tonight. Washington for Joe Biden. Oregon. We can call that. Let's see. Oregon is saying they are ready. Yes, we can call Oregon for Joe Biden. We can now tackle Pennsylvania, who is saying that they are ready. But let's see. It looks like we are at a good position to call this race. we're going to call this race for Donald Trump. Donald Trump wins Pennsylvania, projecting him up to 267 electoral votes. We are ready to call Nevada. Nevada seems to be ready. We're going to be looking at more polls now because these are swing states. We can now sufficiently call Donald Trump the winner of Nevada. And as we can say right now, Donald Trump officially has become president-elect of the United States of America. He will be serving another 4 consecutive terms as president of the United States. We are now looking at the District of Omaha, or as you know, mainly called Nebraska's 2nd district. But Nebraska's 2nd is aiming to be, Nebraska's 2nd district, I would think, is going to go to Donald Trump. We're going to call it for Donald Trump as of right now. We are going to go ahead and project winner of tonight, the state of Wisconsin. Wisconsin. And as of right now, we can project that Joe Biden has won the state of Wisconsin in a upset. We can call this race for Joe Biden. Let's take a look at the state of Arizona. We are still already there, a few hours to noon. Arizona is going for Donald Trump, strengthening his lead. And finally, before we hit Alaska and Hawaii, last on the mainland, the state of Michigan. And that will go to Donald Trump. So Donald Trump at 300 electoral votes, Joe Biden at 231, and now we can call Alaska and Hawaii. Alaska confirmed to go to Donald Trump. Hawaii also confirmed to go for Joe Biden. And there we go. We have our Kennedy. We have Trump versus Biden versus Kennedy results. Kennedy winning 0 electoral votes. But as you know, Ross Perot didn't get any electoral votes either, and he most likely wouldn't. So what are your thoughts in regards to the prediction? I know I'm going to have a lot of people raging that Wisconsin was going blue and Michigan and Pennsylvania red. Well, honestly, the polls are saying otherwise. However, I do want to argue that Wisconsin's trending more blue, trending more blue than Michigan lately. And I want to say, because of Minnesota, people from Minnesota and Twin Cities are going through them at Wisconsin. But what are your thoughts on my prediction? Be honest. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next political episode.